Hey, I'm TenZ from Cloud9, and today I'm going to be showing you how to play Raze on Split.
3-1.
One dead move.
Make that out. He's right side.
Done.
Yeah, I'm gonna ult up.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
What the fuck was that?
Fire in the hole!
I like playing Raze on Split just because of how narrow the map is and how many choke points are, and so her explosives are really good for holding down those choke points and getting easy kills. I think you can play Raze with any composition really. It's just you have to have like the basic smoke characters and support characters to kind of complement the duelist. Raze's strengths is she's able to just multi-frag with her abilities and hold down fights like very easily with her abilities. And people have to respect her grenades and such, or they're just gonna get blown up. Her weakness is she doesn't have any utility that supports the team, and all her utility is mostly just for her getting kills, or the Roomba is just entry. Normally when I'm playing Raze on Split, I like to play A site as a defender, and I normally run the op a bit on this map, especially on A. I'll use the op, and so angles I like to hold is Raze is really good at like getting a kill, and then you fall back or you throw like a Roomba and you reposition, and then the enemies have to focus on the Roomba while it's up, and you're able to try to get a new angle. After you get a kill, you can just go back, toss a nade, or let's say you want to just off angle after, you can easily just get a kill, throw your best plaque, and just jump up here with the op and hold, get another kill, and then I don't know, like rocket. So you're able to chain her abilities really well at A, I'd say. And especially if you're playing like close angles, you can get a little bit more aggressive, I'll say, with your angles when you have your ultimate up. So let's say I can sit right here or right here, and then if I hear people running up, I just throw a blast back like this, rocket, and then like zoom across and kill people coming up this lane. Raze, you can either fully give up the site and use your grenades for retake or your abilities and destroy walls with your blast back, or just nade people when you know they're stuck in little corners. Or like under heaven, for example. But you could also play, if you have a rifle, you can play from screens, and you try to get a kill this way. If they smoke you off, just toss a nade. You can toss a Roomba too, and just like see where the Roomba goes. If you see people shooting at it, you can kind of like try to shoot them, because you can see where the Roomba is through the walls, and just kind of like align your crosshair to head level. Normally when I'm playing Raze, I like to sit mostly towards sight, screens, and sometimes I play on heaven to kind of assist, but I'm never normally right here, just because I feel like this angle is a little bit harder to get kills with your utility, because people are able to fall back a lot easier. If I wasn't going to play A with Raze, I'd say she's really good at middle, because especially if you have a Sage towards B, you and the Sage can chain your utility in certain places. So let's say you hear them coming up mid, Sage gets slow and you can nade, and then they can't escape the nade and they just die. Or if your B player gets contact B and they're coming out B, Sage tosses slow and then Raze can nade. So I'd say it's really strong to play with a Sage in heaven and kind of combine your utility. I wouldn't play B with Raze just because I just don't like the angles at B personally. Raze actually might be okay at B because her blast packs are really good at breaking walls, and for instance a lot of people like doing the you Sage wall right here and running up with the Sage wall, but Raze completely counters Sage by just breaking her wall instantly with 2 blast packs, and then you can hold the cross with your teammates. And it's also like a tunnel where you can nade and throw your Roomba or just rocket really well. There's spots in sight, there's off angles you can play. So I'd say Raze is pretty good everywhere on Split, but it definitely feels a lot better to leave like a Cypher on B, like on an island, just because he's able to get info. And it's quite rare where teams will just 5-man B. I'd say with Raze's ult, you try not just getting 1 kill with it. Like maybe if you know they're coming like male and going up heaven and you're right here, just try to like wait and like listen to sounds for them coming up, and then when you hear like them right here, just toss it like somewhere in the middle and try to get as many as possible. And if there's two people spread out like this, so let's say one person's right here and one person's right here, don't just toss the ult at the one person, toss it like in between them, because they'll kill both. Instead of right here, if it just hits in this corner, it might not kill the guy in the left corner. When you're playing on defender side, I think you should be playing a little bit more passive, but like you want to try to find out where you can throw your nades to kind of destroy the enemies. So let's say if I'm playing mid with my Sage and like someone's going in that cubby often, you can just like nade this, and you want to kind of stay alive just because her explosives, and especially the nade resets on kills, if you get like 2 kills after nading, then you're gonna get another nade, and the nades are just super strong at clearing out angles, especially on retakes. So normally on attacking side on split, I like to default towards middle, I'd say. You just want to make the enemies feel really uncomfortable. You can use your blast packs to get like cross angles that you shouldn't be able to get across. So let's say, for example, you want to get into zip. Your teammate could like smoke in zip, and you just like fly across here and like just try to like run in and get some good space for your team. Or you can also just like walk up and try to clear this angle, and then after this is clear, send a Roomba up mail. And just, you want to make the enemies feel uncomfortable, and you want to make it feel like they have to be kind of scared of what you're going to be doing. Another like thing is you're able to just nade corners so you won't have to clear them later. Like let's say you nade right there to clear off this angle, anybody's right here, they either will sit here and die, or they have to swing out and they'll take a lot of damage, and if you shoot them once or twice, they'll probably die. Or you can clear like behind the right box, you can go in here, clear left of zip. So she's just really good at clearing the angles with her nades, and also you're able to get a lot of free information with the Roomba, or just kind of entry with the Roomba. I wouldn't really go B with Raze just because you can't really lurk with Raze, I'd say, and B, like both B and A, I'd say I wouldn't go, just because they're both kind of quiet lurk positions where all of Raze's abilities make noise and explode, so there's nothing you can really do that will kind of help you unless you're going loud. And I'd say it's really good to show that mid pressure just to make enemies scared, and so they don't like have heavy sight control. You want to like try to get enemies towards the like focusing towards middle, and then have your teammates working the opposite edges of the map. Normally if I'm playing, I like to just go for entries myself, and I'll just like to clear out angles for myself with the nade, and I can post on angles and try to get just some aggressive picks. And like I said before, like blast pack cross angles to wide swing really hard. It's quite fun. Or you can even just run up with your ult, and if you hear the enemies running away, then you know where they are, and you can just kind of get free ground. And if they don't like respect the ultimate, then you get free kills. So it's a win-win. There's some things that you can do with Raze where you can get onto like places really fast and just off angle, where for example if you're going A, just like take this fight and then just throw a blast back like this and jump up here, try to take fights, I'd say. Or if, let's say if you're going up A, you can easily just toss a blast back under and like jump into heaven and try to get an easy kill right here, and you can make enemies feel really uncomfortable. I'd say I actually save my blast packs mainly to deal damage to enemies, and especially if I'm holding an angle and I know someone's about to peek. Like let's say I'm right here and I hear an enemy right here and I know he's about to peek soon, I can just kind of toss some blast packs to kind of delay his movement, or just kill him if he peeks me. And especially if he gets hit by one, then his bullet is like going to be inaccurate because he gets knocked up a little bit. But yeah, I'd say it's definitely better to save Raze's blast packs for damaging walls or damaging players rather than using it fully as like a movement ability. As a summary, I like to play opping at A on defense, and on attack I like to work middle with my abilities. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you learned something, and let us know down in the comments below what agent you would like to learn about next.